welcome to the shed for part two tonight. I'm delighted to be joined by my lovely co-host, Therese from the Water Buffalo Club 716. Therese, how are you keeping, my friend?
I'm good. Recovered from Sunday physically. I don't know if I recovered mentally yet.
Yeah, it was a tough result. We'll talk about it in a little bit, Ian, but the atmosphere, and you were part of that atmosphere, looked to be out of this world Sunday night. How did um, how did the day go for you in that terms, and what did you get up to?
Yeah, we the weather was 80. I think it got up to 82 or 83. I don't even know. It was just amazing. I felt like everyone. It was like a home opener, a preseason game, the weather wise, but it was a really amazing day leading up to it. The white on everybody, the white hats, the white outfits, different creative outfits. It was really pretty cool to see it. And it was alumni weekend, so we had Steve Tasker and Mike Lotish and Will Wolford. Actually, I sat next to Will for the whole entire game, which was fun to get his commentary during the game. And Chris Moore, our punter. So another person we need to get on is Chris Moore, by the way. But
100%.
yeah, we'll get Mike Lotish on too. But so yeah, it was a great day. A full moon, a blue sky. It was just like everything perfect until you got to the game, and we know what happened there.
Yes, it did. Like I think it was ESPN that had the, or was it ABC? ABC. I'm not sure which, but I was watching it through the Sky Sports in Ireland, so they took it off the American channel. But they had the overview of the stadium, and like it has looked amazing in some of them games before, but Sunday night, like they had the fireworks going off in it, and they had the color of
Yeah,
all the seats white, and from the fans, and oh, like it was one of them games where you go, I want to be there beforehand.
yeah. I know it was pretty spectacular. I know it was great on camera. I was listening to Chris Brown and Steve Tasker talking about it, and oh no, Eric Wood was talking about it. That's right, and he said that it was hard to see the numbers. It was tough for Chris
Yeah,
to read the numbers, and I wonder if I doubt Josh had trouble with that, but I wondered about that. And then my dear friend Chris Berman said that he wasn't a fan of the jerseys because on the field from TV, and I don't know if you caught this, the blue read like it was almost black and that it was almost like the Raiders colors.
well, I'll be honest now. I had sent off my jersey, and I was hoping it would have been there before Sunday night, and it landed Monday morning.
Oh,
So uh, I have it in person. I have it in there. I'm waiting for the cap to come as well, but it'll come sometime. But looking at it when you have it in front of you, it's beautiful.
gorgeous, isn't
Absolutely
it?
beautiful. Yeah, it is
Stunning.
beautiful, right? But on the pitch, it didn't look right. And I can agree with the number issue. I can agree with what they were saying. Like it is absolutely stunning. Don't get me wrong. And when you see pictures on and the players up close,
Yeah,
and you have it in your hands, it is 10 out of 10.
yeah.
But on the pitch, I don't think I don't think it helped some of the, and especially the commentary. They were right. The numbers were kind of too blended into the jersey to be
Jersey,
able
yeah,
to distinguish them.
yeah,
Um, and I again, when you see it in pictures, still the helmet looks nice with it, but again on
yeah.
the field, it didn't. It looks different when it's in play. Now, I don't think it was the cause of us losing.
I don't either.
I, I think that's been coming for the last 4 or 5 weeks. I was just saying in my previous video, if you go back and go through the games, it was a miracle, but it was a brilliant miracle. We beat the Ravens.
Yeah,
We beat the Jets the way we should have beaten the team. And no disrespect to the Jets, but as in the rank, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, and we
no,
beat them the way we should have. We play a Dolphins team, again a divisional team, but they are not a team that's going to win the Super Bowl, and we make hard work of them. We play a Saints team who are not going to win the Super Bowl, and we make very hard work of them. And then
hmm
we absolutely play Melojan Sunday night.
Yeah, a little scary.
It is scary, but the scary thing for me is it's not. It's all parts of the game. Like
Hmm.
it's our defense. We've put a lot of money into, or money, I should say, picks into the whole lot to get it, and it's now no better than it was last year. Our offense did have absolutely brilliant moments, but then penalties. Like, how did you feel about the penalties Sunday night? And you know more about American football than I do. You live it, right? I'm just a fan. You know what I mean? It's Gaelic football. Here's my what I lived. But should a team that's paid that amount of money be making that amount of mistakes in a game, regardless who it's against?
Yeah, I mean, sitting with Will, he was commenting about the penalties and how bad it was. I mean, he also said he said some of them should not have been penalties and some should have been penalties. And we had, I think, 93 yards in penalties, and I think they had 90 yards in penalties. So they took some good penalties too. We were lucky they
Mhm.
did because they helped us, but it also hurt us. I mean, coaching. I mean, there's all I'll go from top to bottom, right? There's just some. We saw some Greg Rousseau finally come out, but it's
Yeah,
just I'm not a coach. I don't know all the details of all the everything about that game. There's so much that goes into it. Stefan Diggs definitely got their team riled up, and I guarantee you we will not lose when we go to New England in December.
I would
I think
hope
it's
not.
September. Yeah.
It's near the end of the season anyway. I know that. Yeah, because like he did get them riled up, and he came out playing Mr. Innocent out onto the pitch and looked like
Mhm.
his hands were clean and he was trying to be Josh Allen's best friend. Like I adore Josh Allen, but it would rip my heart out to have to hug him afterwards and him no beating me on my home patch. You
Yeah.
know, it would absolutely drive me nuts. Um, and then, like some of the penalties, like apparently that referee that ref the game Sunday night, the last game he refereed for the Bills was the Philadelphia game a couple of years ago. And apparently remember they lost in overtime, I think 34-30 or something like that
Yep.
in Philadelphia. And the Bills, he gave the Bills an awful amount of penalties that night as well. Uh, like fair enough, some of them were deserved penalties, and some of them were questionable penalties. But for professionals, not just the Bills, there is a lot of players that make simple mistakes. But when we make one brilliant play, I think Josh threw one lovely pass to Dalton Kincaid early in the game, and he made a great catch. And
Yeah.
then the next play was a penalty, and that just takes the whole momentum out of it. And that seemed to
Hmm.
happen an awful lot Sunday night.
Yeah. The ball just wasn't going their way. It was just one of those games. And, I was saying to you earlier that we would have been the only undefeated team, and we could have gone uh, far away being undefeated with the teams we have coming up. But that I think when a team is undefeated, those teams want to play that team so much harder and maybe they'll get that one loss out of the way. And I think they're going to beat Kansas City. I don't think that's going to be. I don't think they're going to let them come in our turf and win that game.
I would hope not. Like I agree with you about like if you have a zero beside your name, teams are going to lift it 5 or 10%.
Yep,
I just
yep.
wish it was some other team that beat us other than them. But
I know. They're a good team. I mean, I
they
respect their
are, yeah,
quarterback. I do. Their coach, I like
yes,
Vrabel, but
one
and I
hundred
hope they
percent.
lose from now on. We
Yeah,
don't want
like
them to.
no, like I agree with you. I like Vrabel and I like Drake May, and I think he will be a great quarterback in a few years' time. And he did play well and very well at times Sunday night.
Yeah.
Um, but I want to ask you another question now. I seen a comment from Sean McDermott today, or was it yesterday evening or today, about Keon Coleman. Is there
Hmm.
any story out there? Because I only heard the comment and he missed the first drive. But is there anything there about him, or is it just something that was happened
Nope.
off?
Disciplinary. I bet you he was probably either late. for practice because Sean is very strict when it comes to being on time. That's my guess because he kept him out for what, the first series?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's young and he's got to show him that he's got to be part of the team. So that's my guess. But it hasn't, he has not told anybody why.
Yeah, because I seen at the weekend in London, Addison, the wide receiver for the Vikings, I don't know, did he not turn up to a walkthrough or was late to a walkthrough? But Kevin
Mhm.
O'Connell didn't play him in the first quarter against the Cleveland Browns. And they did win, luckily for them. But from listening to a couple of podcasts that were on today about it, Addison would have made an awful difference in the game, that it might have been an easier victory if he was playing. But Kevin O'Connell stood his ground and said, well, if we lose, it'll be on you. And if we win, well, it'll be sweeter, but you're going to learn your lesson. And
Mhm.
I was just, like Keon, he had a fumble Sunday night. He only caught 4 out of 7. Now, he did catch a touchdown, but he only caught 4 out of 7 passes. you know, uh, he was one of my players where I thought needs to stand up, and he is improving a bit. But when you look at Dalton Kincaid, he had 6 out of 6 catches Sunday night,
Mhm.
and this guy is turning into the guy we wanted, you know,
Exactly.
and he is playing very well. Um, how was there many Patriots fans there Sunday night, and were they had the win? Were they good in victory afterwards for whoever was there?
And not many at all, honestly. We had a handful, few that might have stopped by our tailgate. Um, I saw very, very little at all. Um, so, it's a Sunday night game. It's tough. You know, they don't travel to Buffalo. Teams typically won't travel here on a Sunday night game. It's usually daytime. So no, there wasn't any trouble with any Patriots fans that I saw even walking out. So, and we stayed to the end, of course.
Yeah.
Didn't get home till 2:30 in the morning. It was torture.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I could only imagine, like it, because the crowd did stay to the end, or well, you couldn't see many
Yeah.
gaps in the place, and it was rocking. I was up at 5 o'clock Sunday morning, and when that game finished, it was 5 o'clock, and I was going to bed Monday morning. So I had I had 24 hours straight done, but
Yikes.
and then going to bed cross didn't help one sleep afterwards.
No.
But you're going to Atlanta this weekend for the Falcons game for Monday Night Football,
I
um,
am. Yeah, this Saturday.
and you're going to have a tailgate outside the pitch, outside the stadium, is it?
Yep. Fans of Buffalo. I have a little booth set up for their tailgate, and it's a lot of fun. And go to the game and Monday Night Football. And I have these. Hold on, I got to show you.
Yeah.
That just came in the mail today because the last Monday night game was with Jason Kelsey.
Oh, that is cool.
But unfortunately, they cut off one horn. You
uh,
see the-
well,
but you still know it's Jason.
yes, you do.
Yeah, so I have two separate ones. Oh no,
I
there's the one horn they cut off.
yes, I see that. Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
was, but still, he is an amazing character because he was over in Dublin for the Steelers game, and he was still back again for the Monday Night Football
I
in
saw that.
America. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's a guy you just nobody could say don't like Jason Kelsey because he's a lovely character.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
exactly. A lot of fun.
and y there's a crew of you going to the game. Is that correct?
Yep, we have a whole crew of us. Bill Squatch is going. You have not spoken to Chuck and Mike Skelly yet, right?
No, no, we have to organize that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Bill Squatch, they're coming, and a whole crew of other people. I can't even remember everybody's coming again. Just starting to work on all those details, trying to come out of the slump from Sunday. So
Well, I would hope, like, I was just looking here at stats before you came on and just put up a few stats here. So we're our average points per game are 30.6, which is third in the NFL, and their average points is 19, which is 30th. Our average passing yards is 249.8, which is 10th, and they are 236.8, which is 28th. Our rushing yards is 154.4, which is second, and they're 136.5, which is 21st. Our total sacks is 13, which is ninth, and theirs is 10, which is 19th. And this is the bit that scares me now, is our total defensive interceptions. We only have two, which is 20th.
Mm.
Now, they only have one more, which is three, which is 13th. But for a team that has done so much in defense and put so much into defense this year, after 5 games to only have two interceptions is kind of, it's nervous. So it is. That's, one of the things I would look at. Um, but we are ahead of them on all the stats so far. So if we can regroup from last Sunday, please God, everything should go well.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a good game against them. They're going to come out very strong. And it's always, whenever you lose a game like that, typically the team comes out even stronger the next week, right? How did Atlanta do last week?
Well, I think, let me see now, check. No, they had to buy. So they're coming off a
Oh,
bye
they had
week.
a bye.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So
either
they're
good or bad, but we'll
it, it,
see.
it is like the Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, and the Steelers.
That's
They
right.
all had buys. So
That's right.
it'll be interesting to see how them teams do. Now, B. John Robinson, he'll be like, see, that's the thing is we couldn't stop the run last week. We're not stopping the run very well this season, and we have B. John Robinson coming at us this weekend or this Monday night, and at some stage, like I know, is after the bye we have Larry Ogunjobi and Michael Hoyt coming back. So hopefully,
Right.
when them guys come in, it will make a difference.
Yeah, big
But
time. I totally
big
agree.
time, yeah, because like we need to put stop the run and we need to put pressure on
Yes,
quarterbacks, and
yes.
it's something. And I know Ed Oliver will be a huge addition when he comes back, and hopefully he
Hmm.
might be back this weekend. But uh, it's something that we need. But look, we will look forward to it, and hopefully we'll see you in the crowd, or we'll see your post anyway from Atlanta, and,
Yep,
and
yep.
see what crack you're getting up to. Um, and that is it, my friend. Thank you very much for coming on. I know
Yeah, I
you're
get
very
back
busy
early
over there.
Tuesday, so I should be back in time for Tuesday's
Well,
conversation.
all going well, please God. Now, if there's any delay, we'll talk and we'll rearrange. But if not, we'll go with that.
All
So
right.
have a safe journey and have a safe flight and enjoy the weekend. And for everyone watching, thank you very much. And as always, my friends, stay safe, stay happy, go Bills, and horns